It is with much excitement that we've all joined here today to celebrate the joining of two forever friends in an eternal bond of love. Penny and Caroline want to welcome each of you and express their deepest appreciation for the memories and support that you've given to each of them. We've all been invited here because of the special relationship that we have with them. Penny and Caroline want to thank their families for their unconditional love and support. Sharon, Bill, Allie, and Harry have inspired them to become who they are today and have always been there to give advice, guidance, to listen, and love. Without them, Penny and Caroline would not be who they are today. And Caroline's father will now honor this couple with a blessing.
Good afternoon and welcome. It works. To our old friends and to our new friends, and especially to Carolyn and Kenny on this their wedding day, a blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord shine his light upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord look kindly upon you and give you peace.
Penny and Caroline, the relationship that you have nurtured together stands for the love that will blossom and grow with each passing day. Before you knew love, you were friends, and it was from this seed of friendship that is now your destiny. Marriage requires a deep, abiding affection, that magical and compelling impulse that makes us seek each other's company. It is looking outward in the same direction together. Marriage makes burdens lighter because you divide them. It makes joys more intense because you share them. Marriage is refusing to give up on each other. It's searching for the good and the beautiful. A happy marriage is created. It doesn't just happen. It's not just choosing the right person, but being a good partner, giving the best of yourself to someone that truly deserves it. Penny and Caroline have chosen the following reading by Chris Artis called Marriage Means Being in Love for the Rest of Your Life. Marriage is love walking hand in hand together. It's laughing with each other about silly little things and learning to discuss big things with care and tenderness. In marriage, love is trusting each other when you're apart. It's getting over disappointments and hurts, knowing that these are present in all relationships. It's the realization that there is no one else in this world that you'd rather be with than the one you're married to. It's thinking of new things to do together. It's growing old together. Marriage is being in love for the rest of your life. Penny and Caroline, now you'll say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you will say to the world, "This is my husband, and this is my wife." So may we have the rings, please. I remind us all of what a vow is. A vow is a solemn promise, a pledge that binds, a commitment of heart, mind, soul, and body. A commitment that recognizes this as the most important of human relationships above all others. To give and to receive such a commitment is one of life's greatest gifts. These rings are a visual reminder of that commitment. They will sit quietly upon your fingers, reminding you of the power of love and your pledge to be faithful and true, and to nurture your love so it will last a lifetime.
Caroline, the world-traveling, soccer-playing love of my life. I knew I had fallen and fallen hard back in Okay, there we go. I knew I had fallen and fallen hard back in August of 2011. We had such a fun summer between Aruba and Atlantic City. There we go. All right. We would spend so much time together and never run out of things to talk about. I'd get so excited when I'd get a text from you. I simply couldn't wait to see you next. It was obvious to me how I felt about you by the time we started dating. And the truth is, I still feel that genuine excitement every time we're going to meet up. I light up when we're meeting for lunch. I get eagerly excited when coming home to see you after swim lessons or football, because when I'm with you, I'm happy. Although sometimes I feel like a male penguin waiting for his mate to come home after a long winter while you go and travel the world, I don't mind, because that's what makes you amazing. I'm so lucky to be with someone as amazing as you. You have a spirit of adventure like no one I've ever met. And through that adventurous spirit, I've got to see amazing places of the world like Cambodia, Vietnam, Turkey, Greece, Brazil. You're beyond talented and hardworking. You're loving, beautiful, you love animals, and like me, you appreciate life. You make me a better person. By myself, I'm pretty good. But with you, you push me to try new things, to work harder, and to not settle. You make me a better man. I promise to always give my all and be the best man I could be. I promise to be a loving husband every day. I'll open the car door every time, even if it means pushing you out of the way to do it. I promise not to freak out when you leave your clothing all over the bedroom, even though we do have something called a hamper. I vow to love you whether we're on a new adventure, playing a board game, or binge-watching Law & Order. I also promise to try to stay awake during those late-night Netflix binges, but it's not a guarantee. I'll try. I vow to always laugh with you and find the joy in life. Let's start this new adventure off together as best friends and now as husband and wife.
In the 6 years that I've known you, our conversations have never gone silent, except when I'm mad. Our laughter has never died out, and our bond has only grown stronger. And then I needed a year away. You encouraged me to fulfill my dream and travel, even if it meant being apart. Absence does make the heart grow fonder, as I got the chance to step back and truly admire and love you for what you bring to my life. I have literally traveled the world and can say that you are one of a kind. You are handsome, smart, funny. Oh wait, these are your mother's notes. Seriously though, you are a rare gem. You are truly genuine, fun, and kind, loving person. You really do appreciate the small things in life, and the love for your friends and family is endless. Your positive and happy personality are contagious, and the mere thought of you puts a physical smile on my face. You are the guy that I never could have dreamed of, but now couldn't imagine my life without. There has been no moment I haven't wanted to share with you, and I can't wait for all the moments we will create in the future. I promise myself as your wife, friend, and partner in life to keep myself open and honest with you, and to never break your trust. I promise a marriage filled with love and laughter. You have given me your heart, and I vow to hold it with tenderness, but also to hide around corners and scare the crap out of you, just to make sure it's still working. I vow to have the patience that love demands, to speak when words are needed, and to share in the silence when they are not, and to agree to disagree that watching WWE weekly is a necessity. I vow to not just to grow old with you, but to live and love life together. To always want to try new things, travel, and do spontaneous trips. And even if you can't come, I promise I'll always come home. To live within the warmth of your heart and always call it home.
May the sacredness and humor of this moment and the vows and rings that you've exchanged ever remain a priceless memory in the heart of each of you, and may you have perfect love and peace together. Kenny and Caroline have chosen to celebrate their marriage with a rose ceremony. We know that love, while beautiful, does not always show its prettiest face. There are days when we may find it hard to express the depth of our love for one another. So Kenny and Caroline, it's my hope that when words fail you, or when challenges of life or marriage begin to weigh upon you, you can go out and get a rose, an ancient symbol of love. Place it somewhere in your home so that the other may find it and be reminded of this moment and of the love that you feel for one another. As a token of that love, I would like you to make roses your first gifts to one another as a married couple. Penny and Caroline, I have just one more thing I want you to do. Your wedding day is one that seems to fly. It's a day filled with emotion, friends, rings, and dances. Many people remember how fleeting their own wedding day was. So I want you to take a few seconds and look into each other's eyes. Think about the happiness that you're feeling in this place,
in this moment, and really let that feeling register in your hearts and minds. And now I want you to think about your life in 20 years. We all know that your visions of the future may not be identical, but will always be complementary. John Lennon once said, "A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together, that is reality." And that new reality starts now. And we're going to do the breaking now. The breaking of the glass at a wedding is a symbolic prayer and hope that you will spend many years together in happiness, as it would take to collect all the pieces of this glass and reassemble it. After Kenny breaks the glass, we will all shout Mazel Tov, to which means congratulations.
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Kenny, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, please get your bubbles ready on the center aisle there. Because it is my great pleasure to introduce to you all for the very first time the newlyweds, Kenny and Caroline.
Younger brother of the bride, the usher, Joe Kane. gentlemen, unleashing the parents of the groom. It's Harriet and Howie Goldstein. The parents of the bride. Bill and Sharon Kay. Get ready for this. Y'all ready for this? And now, the bridal party. Ladies and gentlemen, groomsmen and bridesmaid, Richard Zelenkevich and Sierra Holstein. After Richard and Sierra, unleashing Jason Degger and the die-hard Mets fan Lauren Bellata. Groomsmen and bridesmaid, Dan Shellhart and Tracy Kay. And now, presenting, escaping, the best man and maid of honor, the brother of the groom, the sister of the bride, Jason Goldstein and Jackie Kay. gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present to you, to present to the world travelers, an East Brunswick, New Jersey bear, a Brecksville bee, world-class travelers ambitious. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny and Caroline. Unbelievable. We remember the story of Caroline deciding to travel the world. Clearly, she's a world-class travel ambitious. And Kenny decided to join her for 6 weeks in the summer, July 12th, 2014. Well, let me tell you about the Greek island Naxos. Kenny tried for hours trying to set up the perfect romantic opportunity. Caroline was impatient and ready to move forward. Nonetheless, under a full moon, and people react differently under a full moon, on a secluded hilltop on the island of Naxos, Greece, he did the Neil Diamond, got on one knee and gave her the diamond. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you, presenting to the world, Kenny and Caroline. Make some noise.
Restless hearts Ladies and gentlemen, to the bride and groom, it gives me great pleasure to provide these greetings and welcome you to this magnificent event as the best man. I'm Jason Goldstein, who's Kenny's brother. Kenny, have it around for Kenny. I'm also Caroline's new brother-in-law, so I'm very happy about that. And I am the best man, at least for tonight. I'm the best man, so it's very, very exciting. All right, so to quote Huey Lewis in the News, they have a song, and in the lyrics they go, "The power of love is a curious thing." You guys know this song? Makes a one man weep, makes another man sing. Change a hawk to a little white dove, more than a feeling. It's the power of love. Yeah, got it. So, what is it about this love topic that has been in so many songs and films and books, etc.? And I believe it's because of that intangible effect it has to enhance and shape our lives for the better. Falling in love and finding that special person who fits, with aligned and complementary attributes, is rare. But when it happens, holy cow. Today we are not just witnessing another marriage, a right finally granted to all men and women in the U.S., which has happened recently, but a ceremony to bond together two very special people who are truly in love, Mr. Kenny Goldstein, Miss Caroline Kenny. Yeah. Okay, Caroline Goldstein, yeah. All right, we gotta get out those paperwork and fill out the Social Security. All right, Kenny, you are simply the best. You provide me and everyone you meet, as these people can attest, with insight into life and, of course, roll on the floor laughter. Your intelligence and eagerness to grow is boundless. Thank you for not only being the best little brother in town, as I used to call you, but for introducing me to Caroline. Caroline, over the course of the 20 minutes you've actually been in the continental United States, yes, it's true, she's a traveler, I've enjoyed our talks, debates, you eating my cooking, and me and agreeing positively after I sort of fish for a compliment. Is this good? Is this good? Like, yeah, it's good. Sharing your graphics projects and business ideas. Your warmth, kindness, smarts, and talent is evident. And look at her beauty. I mean, doesn't she look gorgeous tonight? Woo! The birthday card you wrote me a few years back when we had a dinner at Old Man Rafferty's is one of the most powerful cards I've ever received, and it's one I'll treasure forever. So I'm very glad you'll be my sister-in-law. Caroline, I'm very close with Kenny, as you know. He has been my best friend since he was born. We actually even have disputes to determine if the term brothership outranks best friend and which is even more close. And I feel very protective, and it's not easy to sort of hand him over, but you have my full endorsement. I know, I just feel like I should read what's here. I'm gonna cry! No, but I know you'll make a wonderful, supportive, and compassionate wife to Kenny. And Ken, I know you're the most loyal and emotionally available listener, and I'm confident you will provide Caroline with the dream husband. So with love on this milestone, I ask the guests here today to raise a glass to new Mr. and Mrs. Please raise a glass. I have nothing to, I'll drink some salt. And to many happy years, with love, on your wedding day. The transcript is available. And it's my pleasure, I guess, to call up Jackie, or? Yep. It is. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for another treat, another speech. Ladies and gentlemen, the maid of honor, Jacqueline King.
Ready? All right. Hey, everybody. Hold it nice and close. Okay. Thanks for joining Carolyn and Kenny on this great day. I know I'm honored to be here. For you, those of you who don't know me, I'm Jackie Kane, Carolyn's younger sister and maid of honor. Thank you. Great. So Carolyn, when I thought about things I would talk about today, there were so many things that came to mind. All the memories we've shared throughout the years. Like how we used to camp in the backyard in our animal tents, if you remember those. I think mine was Shamu, that might have been yours. Going to Geauga Lake, the zoo, sports, and who can forget Indian princesses? Don't worry, I still have the best, they just don't fit. As we were growing up, there were graduations, moves, surgeries, new jobs, vacations, concerts, and other experiences. A common theme throughout them all, we have always been there for each other. Whether that has been in person or through Google Chat, we make sure we stay connected. I'm sure each of you have had your own experiences with Carolyn, and two things that always come to mind and you can count on is her laughter and spontaneity. Carolyn, I've always admired your fearless outlook on life and with your independence and dedication to achieve your goals. I have learned from you to take the opportunities you have because you don't know if they will be there tomorrow. You have already achieved so many things in your life, and I'm sure Kenny looks forward to achieving more of them with you. Now that we get to Kenny, when Carolyn told me her and Kenny were dating, I was thrilled. One of the things I love about Kenny is he lets Carolyn be who she is, a strong, independent woman. One of the most memorable moments I have of Kenny is when he met the family. I know Carolyn prepared him, and he warned us, you could even say. Rise, Kenny, rise! Yes, exactly. Also, how loud we were. We laugh a lot, the Kane cackle, as we like to call it. And we love to sing. Some people would be intimidated, but not Kenny. If y'all remember, he busted out to Mariah Carey's All You Want for Christmas. He had a family Christmas party. After that, I knew Kenny would fit right in. Seeing Carolyn and Kenny together, I knew they were perfect for each other and were someday to get married. I thought, what advice can I give them, as Carolyn seems to be always the one teaching me. I guess all I can say is live, love, and laugh, you'll be just fine. And as Grandma Kane would say, don't forget the wine or the chocolate. On that note, I think we should all take part in one of the things we love to do, which is sing. I picked one of Carolyn's favorites, so here's to you, Sweet Caroline. And I hope you all join me. Happy New Year. Hope Neil joins me in this song. I can't begin to know
touching one. Here we go. There it is. Touching one. Anytime you can break into song, I thank everybody that came out from long distances and also who came out to help and be here and help put the wedding together, which has been awesome. Yeah.
You drank all the wine bottles that are wrapped now?
Yeah.
I did my birthday duty.
And a special shout out to Sharon Kane. You totally rocked it. We wouldn't have probably there we go. Yeah, you want to get between the speakers. But we probably wouldn't have any of these decorations or anything without Sharon's hard work and Sharon's love. Thank you very much. All right, let's party.
Watch as the bride and groom approach the prodigious pile of pastry. Watch them cut the cake. Yeah.
Daddy King.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now watch the groom
Bill is so
and
hot.
his mother. Check it out.
You're kidding. Wait, I can say it?
You dropped
Not gonna go. I'm sorry.
What do I do with it? What do I do with it? I don't know.
I saw you those
I can go on I don't like spinny rides. Just say it. Oh, we don't sleepy, My hips are gone. Ready, one, motion.
I'm gonna catch it, I'm gonna catch it, you. Congrats, y'all. We looking awesome. Casey, 7-Eleven.
We did it! We did it!
We did it. We made it, baby. Oh, yeah.
We got a lot of time. I got you on my mind. I'd like to celebrate and just appreciate the differences between us. I'm not opposed to getting to know you. I'd like to show you what I'm about. So take a walk with me where the grass is greener, just for a while. Just for a while. Take a walk with me, hand in hand together. I can make you smile. I can make you smile. It's so conceivable that we could have it all. Combine the ups and downs, promise to be around in any kind of weather. Any kind of weather. I like this feeling, you got me believing that we might have a lot to share. So take a walk with me where the grass is greener, just for a while. Just for a while.
Caroline, I vow to love you whether we're on a new adventure, playing a board game, or binge-watching Law and Order. I vow to always laugh with you and find the joy in life. Let's start this new adventure off together as best friends and now as husband and wife.
I promise myself as your wife, friend, and partner in life to keep myself open and honest with you and to never break your trust. I vow to not just to grow old with you, but to live and love life together. To always want to try new things, travel, and do spontaneous trips. And even if you can't come, I promise I'll always come home. To live within the warmth of your heart and always call it home.
Where the grass is greener, just for a while. Just for a while. Take a walk with me, hand in hand.
Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Don't worry, baby girl. You don't have to say a word. You know I'll be there. And if you should ever need a shoulder you can cry on, I'm one you can rely on. I don't mess around and play the game. I'll give it to you straight. Ooh, you're the only one for me. Listen to me good now when I say you can trust in me forever. I don't wanna be anything but your everything. Just have faith in me forever.
Falling in love and finding that special person who fits, aligned and complementary attributes is rare. But when it happens, holy cow. Today we are not just witnessing another marriage, a right finally granted to all men and women in the U.S., it's happened recently, but a ceremony to bond together two very special people who are truly in love Mr. Kenny Goldstein, Miss Caroline Kenny.
Carolyn, I've always admired your fearless outlook on life and with your independence and dedication to achieve your goals. I have learned from you to take the opportunities you have because you don't know if they will be there tomorrow. You have already achieved so many things in your life, and I'm sure Kenny looks forward to achieving more of them with you.
You can trust in me forever. I don't wanna be anything but your everything. Just have faith in me forever.